How many cars do you think Australia will produce over the next few years? The answer is not very many, and you might remember why. In 2013, Holden, Toyota and Ford announced that they're closing car manufacturing in Australia, resulting in the loss of 40,000 jobs. This is despite $30 billion of industry assistance provided by the government over the past 2 decades. One of the main reasons for this is international trade and competition from it. Car manufacturing in Australia simply couldn't compete with international competitors. But trade isn't always bad. It allows other businesses to have greater access to more markets, and it also allows us as consumers to have access to a wider variety of goods. In June this year, the Australia-China Free Trade Agreement was signed. With it will come a range of measures designed to increase the flow of trade between our countries. In particular, there will be a large number of tariff cuts. A tariff is a tax that a government imposes on a foreign exporter. So if an Australian farmer wants to sell $1,000 worth of macadamia nuts to a Chinese business, he needs to pay the Chinese government $240 to cover the 24% tariff. This is on top of his shipping expenses and the regular costs of production, which makes macadamia nuts not a very competitive product. So the removal of this tariff is a great thing for Australia, but how can we measure the impact of an agreement like this? When the tariff is removed, macadamia nuts become a cheaper option for Chinese consumers. So Australia's exports of them grow, the industry grows larger, but then they're also going to need more inputs, more labour and investment, and also more inputs from other sectors. The flow-on effects aren't simply occurring in a single industry. On top of that, there's over 5,000 commodities that will have a tariff reduction with this agreement. My study aims to model these impacts using a sophisticated whole-of-economy model that represents the Chinese, the Australian economy, and the trade flows between them, as illustrated in the slide. This model is pre-designed and already contains details of the sectors across agriculture, manufacturing and services, the labour and investment needed to run them, and the inputs from other industries they require. For my study, I'll adjust the tariffs so that they reflect the new free trade agreement. Then when I run the simulation, I can observe the changes in trade flows, the changes in industry output, and importantly, the changes in demand for primary factors such as labour. This can then inform policymakers and business owners to prepare for future adjustments of the economy. It won't be as simple as telling 40,000 car factory workers to go and pick macadamia nuts, but it can assist future economic decision making. Thank you.